Not guaranteed. Wounded warriors, they've made great sacrifices for our country. Their mothers making great sacrifices for them. We're going to talk with two American heroes and their heroes, their moms. Rosie Babin and her son Alan are with us from Austin, Texas. Their stories in just a few minutes. First, though, Christine Schei and her son Eric in Albuquerque. The fact that they're both here is pretty darn remarkable. Eric was serving in Iraq in 2005 when a sniper's bullet hit him in the head. It was devastating, a devastating wound. Doctors believed that he would be a vegetable, even told his parents that they should put him in a nursing home. Eric's parents even debated if he would be better off dead. Should they pull the plug, is the question they asked. Horrific questions for a parent to ask. Well, Christine was not ready to give up. She went over the doctors' heads and asked God for a sign. Well, she got it. She and Eric are together for another Mother's Day. Christine, tell us about that moment of uncertainty for you. I remember you were in the hospital room. The doctors were telling you to pull the plug. You looked at a cross, a tattoo of a cross on Eric's chest. Take it from there.
Eric has a tattoo on his chest with Psalm 23. He chose it when he was in church and was confirmed. And when I asked him why he chose that very difficult psalm, he said, "I will need it one day," and it gave me goosebumps at that time. And needless to say, it came true. And I went for a prayer in the chapel to find out what I was supposed to do, and the Bible was open on Psalm 23, and that was my sign that God was with us. He was with us, and that everything was going to be okay, and that we would just have to keep on fighting and working with Eric.
It's pretty amazing when you reach out like that to the heavens, where it leads you and what happens. And Eric, I have to acknowledge, as soon as I mentioned that cross on your chest, I saw that smile, and I felt you saying yes with so much passion. You know, I know it's hard for you to express yourself, but with everything you can, you know, what can you express to me how you feel about your mom and what she did to fight to keep you alive? And I know, Christine, you can kind of help express what he's saying. You're fabulous at that.
Yeah. Yes. Go look at the camera and tell him. He says, "I love her."
Oh, Eric.
Lots.
Gosh, it's like kind of grabs at your really pulls at your heartstrings. I'm looking at pictures now. We're all looking at pictures now of Eric when he was in Iraq, and it was a sniper's bullet that caused this energy, or this injury rather. But talking about his energy and what he exudes now, Christine, tell me why you didn't give up, why you fought so hard, and why you knew that Eric was still with you.
His eyes, and you can see it still today, his eyes have always been very expressive. And so whenever I talk to him, even so 4.5 years ago, he could not talk at all. He couldn't move a muscle. He was just pretty much laying in bed staring at me. But his eyes kept on looking at me, and I could understand it. He says, "Mom, I'm in there." And why I wouldn't give up, why we wouldn't give up, is he's my son. How can you give up on a 21-year-old? You just have to keep on believing and trying, and
you're working with him. You're doing flashcards, and I mean every day you have dedicated your entire life, no work, nothing outside the home, to take care of him and work with him on his therapy, right?
Yes, I assist a therapist whenever I can, and whenever I have time, I do extra exercises with him, and I think it's necessary that we involve him in everything. We take him shopping, we go to dinners with him, we go to the mall with him. Everything that we used to do, just a little more difficult and a little harder, but we keep on living as a family, and we include him in everything. Sometimes I even have to take him to the beauty salon with me because I don't have anyone to watch him.
Eric, that's okay with you, Eric, right? yes.
Yeah, he flirts with all the hairdressers, so.
And I bet they love him. I can tell he's a charmer, and that smile is incredibly heartwarming.
Yes, he sure is.
Well, Eric and Christine.
And how can you give up?
Yes?
How can you give up on a smile like that?
Hey, I'm with you 100%. Well, listen, stay with us. We're going to check on the markets here, but we want you to stay here, and we're going to take a break and talk to another very special mom and her son as well as we approach this Mother's Day coming up on Sunday. But we're going to step away.